Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
Great day, everyone. Hope all is well. It's Dolores Williams with Divine Connections Magazine. We are a magazine that is faith-based as well as inspirational. So if you have something that you want to share with the masses, make sure you send me an email and we can see if we can get you an interview as well as featured in Divine Connections Magazine. You can connect with us on our social media platforms, which is Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing, our Instagram at Divine Connections, one word, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connection. We have great things going on, and I'm so excited about what I have going on today as well as in the future. And so also right now, we are currently doing a special. So if you want to get in the special before the end of the year, make sure you send me an email. We don't have a full-page ad. Also, we are doing nominations. So we have over 26 categories. So if you are a vendor, a business owner, a youth, and you want to nominate someone or even yourself and others, you can do a nomination at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/event. So today we have our special guest, Miss Sederia. I hope I'm saying that right. Graves, how are you?
I'm doing well, and thanks for having me, Doris.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Okay, I have officially given myself the name Pastor Sederia Amazing Grace.
Amazing.
Grace happens to be my middle name, and I am originally born in Ohio. Grew up in California most of my life, and in the last 10 years have resided in Atlanta, Georgia area. The Amazing Grace comes from my most recent experience with COVID and what God has done for me. And my middle name happens to be Grace. So everything that has been going on for me recently has been just amazing. So I adopted that name.
I love it. I love it. And so let's share a little bit about what you do. I know you have a book as well as a 503 organization. So share a little bit insight about that.
Yes, I have a 501c3 organization entitled Believing a Miracle, the Dream. And what I do there is I advocate for mental health, and I focus primarily on abuse, all types of abuse. My main focus in the upcoming year is going to be self-abuse. Also, I do, or I'm going to start doing in the new year a class called Miracle Mind Mapping. And that goes along with a program that I created under my 501c3 for transformational coaching. And it's to help a person go from one place or one level in their lives to exploring who they are, where they came from, where they would like to go, and finding their most magnificent self. I also have a book at this time that can be purchased on Amazon, and it is entitled Hidden in Plain View, The Genesis. Writing it in a trilogy, so this is the first roughly 20 years of my life. And that is book one, and there will be two more additional books. So it'll be a 3-part autobiography. So that's a little bit about me and some of the things that I do. My 501c3 is new. When I say new, it's not newly established, but since my previous miraculous experience with COVID, I have been really honing in on building it and building the brand, looking for board members, things of that nature, so that I can begin to represent all of the things that God has given me to share with other people, and hopefully, more than anything, be a blessing and to win souls if possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tell us how, if someone is interested in getting your book or getting contact information, how to contact you.
Okay, if you're interested in getting my book, you can go to Amazon to their section for books and just type the title in, and it will automatically come up. There are more than one hidden in plain view titles, so you have to put in the Genesis if you go through Amazon. You can also order one by going on my website, going to my contact page, and sending me a request for a book. Put your email information and all of the information. The form will tell you what I need, and then I will send you a copy either by email if you prefer, or I can send you a hard copy by mail. It all depends on what you desire, and that email address is believe miracles 27 at gmail.com. So believe miracles being all one word, and you have to use the dot in the 27 at gmail.com. The,
Awesome.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're finished.
And I was just going to say, and the website is, it's kind of a long name, so bear with it. It's Believing a Miracle, the Dream dot band Zoogle, like the word band, marching band, and the word Zoogle, like Google with a Z, .com. So if you want to go to the website, you can go to the website and, as I said, go to contact us and put your information in there.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that information. And let's go back a little bit when you talked about you had to deal with COVID. How did
Yes,
you?
yes.
What were your challenges, and how did you come out of that?
Oh my God, challenges is not the word. So just to start off, I just want to say thank you, Lord, because so many people today are literally losing their lives because of COVID. And once you hear a little bit about my story, then you're going to understand why I call myself Amazing Grace. Um, I spent 70 days, first of all, in the hospital. 40 of those days were in ICU. Approximately 3.5 of those weeks in ICU was in a comatose state. Um, when my daughter, following the Holy Spirit, came in the room, was checking on me. She saw I wasn't breathing well. She took me to the hospital where, of course, at that time, the city was shut down. So, your family and relatives can't visit you. I was very reluctant because I knew if they were going to keep me, I wouldn't be able to see them, but she took me anyway. And my understanding, and I have to say my understanding, because after coming out of COVID, I didn't even know why I was in the hospital because I didn't remember. But she took me to the urgent care. They kept me, of course. My breathing capacity at that time was only at 20%. I had to be on 80 to 90% oxygen. After they saw that that was not working, and they put me on a ventilator to try to bring my oxygen rate up, they still had no success with that. I had double pneumonia. In the process, my left lung collapsed. And in the process of that, because of, my lungs getting weaker, my heart began to overwork. So then ultimately they had to do what they call ECMO. And that's where they put a line in your heart in order to help you pump the blood through your body, because my body was just not strong enough to do it on its own. So I had the ventilator, I had the ECMO machine. I was in a coma, as I stated, and my children were told that the chances of me surviving, because COVID was very new and they really didn't have a plan of action, was slim to none. However, God had a different plan. Hallelujah. And
Amen.
I sit here today. When I came out of that coma and I began to start healing, I experienced so many things, and I am writing a book about my COVID experience at this time, but I experienced so many things that you'll be able to see in detail in the book. But once I started coming out of the coma, I realized I could not talk. I had no use of my limbs. The only thing that I could really move was my head. You can't see your family. So when I came out of this coma, I had absolutely no idea why I was in intensive care. And all I saw was all of this machinery. And I remember having tears because I thought, oh my God, maybe I was driving and went unconscious. Hopefully I didn't kill anyone. I'm thinking all the worst because they didn't immediately say to me that I had COVID. And I think it's because they thought that I remembered, which I did not. So waking up like that with a ventilator on one side and seeing my blood wrapping around this machine on another side and trying to speak and realizing that I couldn't talk, it was very, very frightening. And I thought, oh my God, am I going to be a vegetable? Is this the way I'm going to have to live for the rest of my life? But God, he
Yeah.
said something different. So after 40 days in ICU, I was finally moved to long-term care at Emory, where they began to work on me being able to walk, work on me being able to talk, being able to eat. I couldn't do anything. It was just like being a newborn baby. And I call it my rebirth process because I fully understood what it was like to be a newborn baby born in the world and you can't do anything for yourself and you can't talk, but your brain is working. And,
Wow.
and and even in that, they did not expect me to have a cognitive awareness because I had lost so much oxygen for so many days. And so they began to call me the miracle in the hospital because my recovery time to them was unprecedented based on how ill I had been. So
Right.
after long-term care, I went into rehabilitation, which was the last stage of me being in the hospital, where I learned how to walk again. And man, I never knew it was, we take walking and using our hands and being able to talk, being able to be heard as, just something that's supposed to happen every day. But when you wake up and you can't do any of these things,
Right.
coming from a place where you were doing everything on your own, it is the most frightening experience that a person can have. And so, me being able to talk and walk today, I came home with oxygen. I'm no longer on the oxygen. I came home with a walker. I'm no longer needing a walker to walk. I came home, barely being able to get out of the bed. I couldn't sit up for any long period of time. Now I am able to sit up. And my pulmonary report is good. My act, I'm sure you can see my brain is working okay. and God is now blessing me to be able to share my COVID story. And this is what I want to say to people. Whether you think it's real or whether you don't, really isn't your call, because if you haven't experienced it, to know it's real. It's very difficult for us to go from a transition from being free to do anything we want to having to be confined to our homes, wearing masks, and other things that we've had to do for precautionary measures. But I'm here to tell you, you don't want to get COVID in any way, not for a week, not for a day. It is not the normal flu type disease. It attacks the weakest part of your body, and its aim is to kill you. It is not it's like it has a mind and it's not playing. And the goal is, I'm gonna destroy you. And that's how it works. It works totally against your natural functioning and system. So if you're not wearing masks and you're not taking it serious and you think it can't happen to you, I'm here to tell you it can. Because before I got COVID, I kind of had that same mindset. Oh, God's going to protect me. I'm covered under the blood, anointed myself with oil, and here I was at a point of death. So, God gives us wisdom. Put
Amen.
your mask on and trust God. I'm not saying don't trust God, but use the precautions that you hear about. It is a disease that you don't want to get. So that's my COVID experience briefly. Hope I didn't take too much time, but I
No.
wanted to kind of get the important points out there.
Yeah, we definitely thank God you made it out. Praise God
Yes,
for that. Okay.
yes,
So is there anything else to elaborate as far as your business or your
yes,
ministry or your books that you want to share
yes,
before we leave?
yes. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the Miracle Mind mapping class that I'm going to be doing. It is an online class, and I'm doing my informational segment on December the 21st at 8 p.m. And for those of you who that might be a little late, it is a Monday, but I strive to consider that everybody is not Eastern Standard Time. So I wanted to have it late enough so people on the Pacific coast could at least try to get in the house and get settled a little where they could be a part of it. But I'm going to have an informational session to let everybody know what the Miracle Mind Mapping will be about. And generally, the focus is uh, abuse, how we abuse ourselves, if we've been in relationships where other people have abused us, if we were abused as children. Abuse is abuse, and it takes form in many ways in different people's lives, depending on their lifestyle and depending on their upbringing. And so this class is to actually bring people into the mindset that no matter what your life has been like, God being a healer and Him being a miraculous healer, as I have lived that testimony more than once in my life, that if you do the work and you put the time in, your whole life can change. If you're having difficulty and you find yourself doing the same things over and over, getting in the same kind of relationships, you're self-sabotaging, you're afraid to be successful, whatever it is, the Miracle Mind Mapping class will help you address those things and help you or teach you how to walk through it to come out on the other side. The other program that I have is Blueprints for Living, and that is specifically what it says. It's you developing a blueprint for your new life after you've gone through the Miracle Mind Mapping class. It is a year's program if you want to become a member, and in that membership, you receive your own transformational coaching. You receive weekly groups. If you want to, all of these are voluntary. So if you want to be involved in these things, you can, but it offers you many things that will help you stay on track after going through your Miracle Mind Mapping webinar and classes, because change doesn't come easy. And if you think that you're going to change 30 years of doing something wrong in 30 days, it's not going to happen. So you have to get in a practice or habit of becoming this new person. So my Blueprints for Living class offers that practice and gives you practical tips weekly and monthly to staying on track and becoming that new person and keeping your word to yourself. We would be surprised how hard it is for us to keep our word to ourselves, let alone to other people. So that those two programs work synonymously to bring a person into a whole new being, and that's what I call your most magnificent self. The last program that I'm going to be offering probably in the middle of 2021 is what I call a financial fitness program. And what it includes is learning about your credit, uh, learning why it's good to have good credit, how to invest, not big investments, general small investments that will help you save money to prepare you to be a first time home buyer. And I just want to qualify, I worked in uh, real estate closing for 19 years. So I won't be talking because I read a book, and to be honest, nothing that I'm telling you is not because I read a book. It's because it's something I actually lived through, actually experienced, and actually was blessed to be able to do these things in my own life. So now God has given me a chance through my own life experiences to help other people. I have a couple of other things rolling out in the year 2021, but um, they're not quite ready. So I don't want to talk about them because I don't want to bring something out that I haven't fully developed yet. But those are the three things right now that are um, conducive, mainly being done in my 501c3 nonprofit organization. And as I said, I am looking for board members, people who have a passion to help people with abuse issues, people who have the ability to listen non-judgmentally, and people who have the heart of God to want to give and to love people back to life. Those are the kind of board members I'm looking for. So if you're interested in being a board member, you can also, again, go to my website, go to the Contact Us page, and send me the information, and then put it briefly in the description box. I'm interested in being a board member. Provide me with your contact information. Again, that website address is Believing a Miracle, the Dream dot bandzoogle I'm sorry, at bandzoogle.com. Believing in Miracle, the Dream at bandzoogle.com. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. God has given me a whole lot of things that eventually will be developed in this 501c3. But those are my three starters. And I'm telling you, I've had people that have gone through the Blueprints for Living as a retreat. I used to do it as a retreat, and now with COVID, of course, everything's going online. Um, but they, you know, they ask me all the time, when are you having another retreat? When are you going to do this again? When are you going to do that? And it really is life changing. If you do the work and you take the time, it really can change your life.
Awesome, awesome. That's great information. I know I did the first time home buyers class down where I'm at and learned a lot of information. Got a house
Mhm.
ground up, and I've been here for 12 years. Now my next goal
Right.
is to pay it off. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So information and wisdom and applying is great. So thank you so much for coming on. Let's leave with some words of encouragement.
Okay.
Share with them.
Uh, First of all, I just want to thank you, Dolores, again. I know that I've said it more than once, but you are definitely a part of God's divine plan for my life, and I appreciate you having me on. Secondly, just to encourage people, I want to encourage people who feel like, we tend to get angry and blame God for everything. And I just want to encourage you to and let you know that the God who created everything, including me and you and the universe, is a God of love. I'm not saying that he's not the God of wrath that was talked about in the Old Testament, but because of Jesus Christ, he operates in our life today as a God of love. And even then, he operated as a God of love because just as any parent, if you got disobedient children, you're going to chastise them because you love them. You're not chastising them because you want to hurt them or because you want them to be angry at you and carry a grudge for years and years. but you're chastising them because you love them and you want to help them establish a positive direction for their lives. In Jeremiah, the word of God says, I know the plans that I have for you. So I want you to understand God knows what he created you for. God knows what he sent you in this lifetime for. And you just have to trust the plan. It's never going to look like you think it's supposed to look, but it's always going to get the results that he intended for it to get. And that is to glorify him. If we stop thinking that life is about glorifying ourselves, we would be so much better off, because life is about glorifying the creator who gave us everything pertaining to life and godliness. So I want to encourage you to get to know the God that I serve. I don't know what God you're serving, but the God that I serve is the creator of heaven and earth. He is the God of the universe. He is the God of light and darkness. He is the God of everything, because he said, I am the Father of all spirits. So, and I know people don't like to hear that, but he is. So just know that God is a loving God. He cares about you, and he cares about what's going on in your life. Just give him a chance to be your father.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Grace, for coming on and sharing what you do for the community and how that you survived COVID. So thank you so much for coming on today and giving us some encouraging insight on everything that you do. Keep doing what you're doing for the community and be blessed.
You too, and thank you again, Dolores. Bye-bye, everybody, and be blessed.
My pleasure. So make sure you guys stay connected to Miss Grace, awesome woman of God. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. Make sure you stay connected. Don't forget, if you want to nominate yourself for some other groups, go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/event and make sure you stay connected. If you want to advertise in the next quarter magazine, before the special is up, email me. The email is at the bottom, and make sure you stay connected and let me know that you're interested in advertising and doing an interview as well. All right, so thank you so much. God blessings to everyone. You want to stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. You all have a phenomenal day, and make sure you stay connected. Have a blessed day.
You too, Dolores. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now. Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.
Have a great day.